And with me now is Bernie Sanders' brother Larry, who lives in Britain and who stood for the Greens at the last election, but is heading across the Atlantic to help with the presidential campaign. Larry Sanders, what is going on? These are similar constituencies of people who are backing your brother in America as are backing Corbyn in this country.
Well, they probably are similar people. The crucial thing behind it, I think Bernard put it, as he usually does, very well. Massive inequality. We've had 40 years in both countries, the Americans a bit worse than the British, but British not doing very well either, in which the average working people have had very little increase in their incomes. The countries have gotten more wealthy, but the vast majority of that money has gone to a very small number of very rich people.
And do you think there is enough of those people to propel your brother into the Democratic nomination?
Without a doubt. There are always more poor people than there are rich people. The question
so why don't people like him dominate? You know, why are they the outsiders?
Well, people who know the media like yourself will know better how it happens. In America, of course, it's even worse because it's dominated by money. Hillary Clinton was looking to raise $2 billion to run her campaign. Here, it's mainly done by the Mail and the Express and whatnot, which are owned by not tax exile billionaires.
But he says a lot of his politics come from you. Now, but you stood for the Greens.
Yes.
And you didn't do terribly well.
That's quite true.
And he's doing terribly well now. So, I mean, you know, if it's just about the politics and about inequality, then...
Well, it's a very good question.
Why did he do so badly and he's doing so well?
The Greens did pretty well. We got 3 or 4 times as many voters as we had before. We have less... The American political scene is pretty poor at getting people a chance to speak, but sometimes it works well. And when you've got these enormously long campaigns, Bernard has had 4 or 5 months now of attention. Not as much attention as he should have had, but he's had attention, and it's getting through.
But there's something also going on, isn't there, about sort of an anti-hero, if you like. I mean, he's not your conventionally charismatic politician.
Yes.
Although he's been in politics a long time, and, you know, when he was a young...
he was very good
as
young,
well. But right
like
now,
me,
you know,
he was good and young.
But right now, he is not what you would draw if you were trying to sketch out, you know, your presidential candidate. Yet he is popular.
Well, I think what's so powerful about him is his consistency, his honesty, the fact that he's not got focus groups telling him what he should be thinking, that he's not edging the issues, that he does talk about the key issues. And I think Corbyn resonates in a similar way.
Have the two campaigns been in touch?
I think they've had mild contact, informal contact. The protagonists have not met or talked.
So Jeremy Corbyn hasn't met Bernie Sanders, but they'd probably get on, wouldn't they?
They would get on very well.
With a lot of the same issues. I mean, do you think they can do it? I mean, you know, you saw those people just vox popped, saying, you know, do you think he can win? Saying, well, probably not.
Well, Bernard has been in that position. He's run, up until this time, he's actually run as an independent, as a democratic socialist in America, when that's supposed to be the end of the world. He was not supposed to be elected mayor of his town. He was. He was absolutely not supposed to be elected to the Congress. He was. The Senate, he ran against the richest man in the state. He was really not supposed to do that. When he ran for re-election, he got 71% of the vote. Well, you do not underestimate a person like that.
Larry Sanders, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.